the timer starts. Hey everybody, this is Randy Brown for Cameo Man and Cameo Man 2021 and The Mayor of Magic. What we're doing here today, we're going to review 3 classic movies from the 80s and 90s. Fears gave me a bunch of DVDs a long time ago, and I put them into 2 piles. Ones that I haven't seen barely, and ones that I haven't seen at all. And I finally watched The Breakfast Club all the way through. Finally watched Halloween H2O all the way to.
Number 2.
And I already watched Return of the Living Dead all the way through. So we are here to review those first movies. And here is Fears.
Yo, what's up?
Thank you.
I'm doing good. Thank you for allowing me to be on the channel. This is the first stream that I've been on since my 2-week hiatus. So it's good to be back. Back on Randel's channel, not back on my channel though. But it's so good to sit down, have a nice sit-down conversation with Randel and the fans. Do you mind if I turn on that fan, Randel? It's getting hot.
Oh, I thought it was turned on. Oh yeah, it's
How do you turn on?
It's the gold chain.
Off to the left?
Yeah, the gold chain.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sweating my balls off.
Yeah.
I'm more like a penguin, Randel. I need my penguin air condition.
All right. That's good. It'll start going full blast once. It needs to build up some speed.
It will? Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and sit down.
All right.
And the first movie I want to review is The Breakfast Club. So,
let's do it, Randel.
Show that Breakfast
Look, this
Club.
is your channel. We can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Boom. Booyah.
Boom. The Breakfast Club.
There you are.
Now, Fears, give me your initial review of The Breakfast Club. What do you think of it?
Amazing. Classic 80s. Well, classic in general. So 80s, classic in general.
Yeah.
80s classic.
Yeah.
Favorite scene is we'll keep going. You want another one? You really think I give a shit? Another. And
He goes for 8.
Oh, he does.
Goes for 8.
He does.
And then the nerd says, "Oh no, that was 7."
And then he's like,
"You want another one?"
And then he's like, "You want another?" And he's like, "How many is that?" And he's like, "That's 7, including the time when you said, hey, da 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 da." And he's like, "Now it's 8. You stay out of it." And then he's like, I got you, Bender, for 2 months. You're mine. Yeah. He's like, "Don't mess with the bull, man. You'll get the horn." That's my favorite scene.
Is that what the bull is?
Yeah, these are the horns.
I thought this was Satan.
No. He said, "I've got you for 2 weeks." So 1, 2. And then he said, "Don't mess with the bull's horn." So he was implying that he's got him for 2 weeks.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So he's like, because he does this. He goes, "I got you, Bender. I got you for 2 weeks. I got you. Don't mess with the bull, man. You'll get the horns."
Yeah, for a second there, I thought the guy was a Satanist. I'm like, what's going on here?
That would be weird if it was an 80s film and he was a Satanist. That'd be kind of nuts. So
maybe that's a little bit of backstory.
I guess. I don't know what the hell the guy was on. Well, it was an 80s film, Randel. So the guy that played that character, he's probably on drugs or whatever.
Yeah, I know, because he's like from the 60s, and there's like, Santana, which is like, and then
he is from the 60s, and then the 80s. They did a lot of drugs in the 60s, a lot of drugs in the 80s, and it is an 80s like team, like heartthrob kind of bullshit. Yeah. So there it is.
But the one thing that I noticed about this movie is there's 5 characters.
Do you want me to read these? And
not yet.
Okay, we'll catch up in a minute, guys.
So basically, there's 5 characters in here. You got Emilio Estevez. He basically plays the jock.
Yeah.
You got Molly Ringwald. She plays the princess. I think she's more of a preppy person, but I wouldn't call her.
Go faster?
No, that's as fast as it goes.
All right.
So they call her princess, but she's really kind of like a preppy person.
Yeah, but the reason why they call her a princess is because she's all dressed in purple.
Yeah.
I mean, not purple.
Pink.
Pink. God, I'm so tired.
And then you got Anthony Michael Hall. He's kind of like the nerd of the group.
He's the nerdy guy.
And then then you got Ali Sheedy. She's like a goth, basically.
She's
kind of gothish.
It's not really goth. It's like
maybe kind of punk a little bit.
She's the outcast.
Yeah,
outcast.
And then last but not least, you have Judd Nelson, who is basically like the rebel.
Yeah, he's the rebel. He's the criminal. He doesn't give a shit about anybody.
And one of the things that I noticed about this is like all of these characters are very much archetypes. Like we just named the archetypes right there. But what I like about this is like the guy who made it, John Hughes, he gave them a little. Just enough personality to like break out of their archetypes.
Randel, do you realize that you and me are so old that we had these archetypes while we were going into high school?
Yeah.
There was a lot of jock douchebags that I went to high school with. That is Brender. There was a lot. Bender. I'm sorry, Bender. I'm tired and I'm drinking vodka right now, so I'm a little. Fears is a little woozy.
A little woozy.
Not that woozy, just a little bit, just a smidge. And but it is kicking in, Randall. And then I went to high school with a lot of like nerds. Fears is a nerd. Then there was a lot of like, oh, look at me, I'm so pretty. I'm so beautiful. No one matters except for me. I'm, all those ditzy airhead girls. I went to high school with those. Like, hi, John, you're the best. Oh, I love you. You're such amazing. And I'm like, you realize I don't like valley chicks. Like, go away. They were so annoying. And then there was tons of outcasts,
Yeah.
I was the type of person, Randall, in high school. Like, I never judged anyone. I was like, if you're cool with me, I'll be cool with you. And so I pretty much hang out with everybody. Like, everybody would look at Fears and be like, oh, yeah, we know Fears. Yeah, he's cool. Like, he's down to hang out with everybody. So, yeah. So I was kind of that middle person. What were you in high school?
I was a toss-up between a geek and a jock.
All right.
Because, like, I would hang out in the weight room. A lot of people don't know. I wasn't always 290 pounds.
I've seen
in school. I'll show them because I got the picture right over there. I'm going to get it.
I'm telling you, I've seen Randall.
I was skinnier than you, Fears.
You're skinnier than me.
And I got the proof.
Just lately has Fears, gained some motherfucking Clydesdale's weight. I need to quit eating BK Lounge bullshit.
I got the proof right here. There's my 98 photo.
That is a skinny picture.
Yeah, that's what I looked in. That's what I looked like in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. I was pretty damn good looking, and I didn't even know it. And now I do know it.
Randall, you do realize they're going to take that photo and make it into a troll video. 10 to 1, I know.
I don't give a shit. Well, it's going to be a really bad photo because it's like, from the camera.
I'm joking, Randall. They love you. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so Breakfast Club, it was a really good movie.
I'm actually going to move that, Randall, so it doesn't get damaged.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it was a really good movie. And like I said, John Hughes made them archetypes, but he gave them enough differences to break out of those archetypes. You know, it's kind of like if you had a geek, but that geek, like he was geeky, he liked comic books, he liked science stuff. But then like what John Hughes would do, he'll be like, okay, what I'll do is I'll make this geek good at Kung Fu. And he's also really good with the ladies too. So he's like, he's the geek archetype.
I could see you, Randall, in high school, kind of a jock, kind of a nerd, doing those drawings, though.
Yeah.
You look across the way, you're like, yeah, that's right, bitch. I see Allison over there. Draw a little doodle. Hey, Allison, what do you think of this?
Yeah, a lot of people came to me for drawings in school. They were like, Randy, can you draw me those drawings? So actually,
that's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't a geek. I was a comic book nerd. Like when I was a kid, I had like 500 comics, and I carried them around in those little boxes and had all the little dividers.
Where did Fears get his inspiration for Fears, man?
Comics. Superman.
Well, Fears and Superman. I used to read comic books by the dozen.
Okay, let's catch up on the comments.
All right, let me read the comments.
And remember, if it's trolly, just don't read it.
I won't. That's one thing. I was going to say it on camera, but I'll say it now. Since my hiatus, I've been relaxing. I took your advice. I've been doing meditation.
Yeah.
Every day, whether I do it without music or with music.
Yeah.
I went to a Star Wars convention. That was cool today. I forgot to tell the fans. Star Wars convention. I almost missed it, Randall. Remember I called you?
Yeah.
I was on the way. You know, my buddy Jeff that runs all the Florida conventions, he wrote me on Facebook. He was like, Fears, where the fuck are you? And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, the next convention isn't until 2 weeks from now. I said, it's October 9th and October 10th. I'm like, I want to go to that convention before I go on my big trip to Missouri. He's like, Fears. He's like, did you just lose your mind? And I had no idea what he was on about. I was like, I don't know what you're on about.
I've been forgetting my writer's scripts a lot.
And so then he goes, Fears, we have a Star Wars convention today. You promised me you'd be there. And I looked at the calendar and I went, oh shit. I'm like, I'm sorry. I said, yeah, I'll be there. I said, let me get a McDonald's breakfast sandwich down me. Let me get a shower and I'm on the way.
And see, me having memory problems is pretty bad because I wrote a book on memory. Fears has it. Visions has it.
I've glanced at it.
Dyquin has it. Lots of people. Although, yeah, okay.
Don't mention his name, Randall.
Okay, so let's go to the comments.
Don't mention his name. I'm trying to relax. But before I read the comments, I actually have been doing a lot better.
Cool.
I've been meditating. I've been doing my own thing. Nice. My dad has actually gotten a little better to tell the fans. He's about to start some. Well, he's almost there. He's about to start some clinical trials.
If I were you, I'd be chilling by the pool every day.
I do chill by the pool, not every day, but some days.
Catch up on your reading. Catch a little rays.
Well, I brought the laptop one day to the pool, and I
really
why and I typed a portion of a chapter.
Nice.
So I was working on my tan. Yeah. I didn't write a full chapter. I wrote a portion of it. So now there's 3.5 chapters.
How long do you make your chapters? Do you got like
10 pages?
10 pages.
10 pages.
Okay. Yeah, that's like
because you know me and my OCD. I got to keep everything
nice and neat.
And
Did you outline it all?
No, I just think of what I'm going to say and I just write it down.
So you're a pantster.
What is that?
Well, there's two types of writers. There's plotters and pantsters. I'm a pantster too. What a plotter does is they write an outline and then they go right off the outline. Pantsters literally just make it up as they go along.
Oh, yeah, I make it up. I'm just like, the ghost hid behind a fucking rock, and then the ghost did this, and then I'll sit there for 4 hours. What next?
The problem with
the ghost tries to get back with this lady, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the problem with plotting for me is sometimes I'll write an entire outline and then I get halfway through the script and I'm like, well, wouldn't it be cooler if he went into this haunted house instead of going down the road?
I kind of have a general idea of what the chapter's going to be about. And then I write, I guess I kind of, in my mind, do an outline, but I don't write out an outline. Well, so I'll be like, all right, I need to get the ghost because my book's about a ghost. I need to get him from point A to point B to do this kind of shit. And I'll just make up. I know what he's going to do at the beginning, and I know what he's going to do at the end. I just make up bullshit in the middle.
Yeah, because Stephen King is a pantster, and Lee Child, the guy who did the Jack Reacher novels, he's a pantster too. But here's the thing. Those two people have written so many stories that they have structure remembered in their minds. So when they're writing a story, even though they're not doing an outline, they still got the structure at the forefront of their minds, and they can just naturally, they don't even have to look at an outline. They could just okay, I know what has to happen here.
Seriously, Randall, feel my skin, man. I think I was born cold-blooded.
Yeah.
I'm sweating ridiculously right here. That's probably because Fears keeps his temperature at 69 at my house. All right, let's catch up with the comments. But that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to.
Yeah.
All right, Ghost says, hey, Randy. I guess Ghost is not ready to forgive Fears about whatever I did because he didn't say, hey, Fears. But whatever, Ghost. Whenever you want to come back, come back. I miss you, buddy. I really do. All right. Yakovich says, Fears, Randy. Fears, Randy, Fears. Randy, Fears. Fears, Randall. What's up, Randy? Fears from Mercenary. What's up? Hey, Ghost and Yak, I hope you are good. One of my favorites is the Breakfast Club. Hey, Mercenary. Oh, nice. Vision says two cuties. Apparently, we're two cuties, Randall.
Very nice. I like.
Randall, you know when you did that parody, I always wondered, Borat is kind of a sick fuck because he likes to take pictures of women on the toilet.
Yeah.
Borat, even though it's a funny movie, he's a real sick, crazy, insane motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't know is he did that YouTube short film with that YouTuber. What's that guy? Oh God, he's 20 and he's got billions of dollars. He's got even more money than Casey Neistat, for Christ's sake. Donald Trump?
No. It's God.
He did one with Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, I know.
Did you see that one?
Yeah. It's that Tommy NC 2010 told me to subscribe to him. He does have good content, but he's super young and he's 21 and got billions of dollars.
Onasun?
No, it's he used to go out with that Liza, that black chick. Liza, the girl off of Double Dare.
No.
Liza or Liza or whatever the hell her name is.
We'll think about it later. Moving on.
If you guys know, let me know. But anyway, he did a short film with Borat, and Borat literally looks at a guy and he goes, I'll do a first quickie with you, and then I'll have sex with her. So basically, he's willing to have sex with men and women. And he literally does it like this. He goes, I'll do you real quick, and then I'll take my time with her.
Yeah.
Hilarious. All right. But hey, at least we're both sexy. Right on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yakov says, you mess with a bull, you get the horns, young man. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The ending of the movie is so perfect. Bender throws his fist up, freezes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good ending.
Oh, yeah, it's a good ending. It's a good ending.
And what I liked it is like the sky was kind of bright in the background and the foreground was dark and like the credits basically are black and they come up through the sky. And
that's right. Yeah. Yakov says the biggest reason is her family is rich and she's given everything like a princess. But also princesses in the 80s and 90s, because she wore so much fucking pink, it's ridiculous. Yeah. People still consider that today, like, you know, a princess, a spoiled like little brat or whatever. That's basically what she is. Yeah. Bender is my man. Oh yeah, it's vodka, Yakov. I had some. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna have to chill for a little while, and I'm gonna have to chill for a little while now because I can't spend the night. So Fears, that'll probably be my last drink because Fears has to chill for a little bit, have a little snooze, and then get sobered up and then drive home. So yeah, so I'll probably snooze for a little while. There's some videos on your channel where you're in better shape. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Randall's always working. How much weight you lost this year?
Around 10 pounds.
Nice. Yeah. Well, and you know, I've been telling everybody I need to stop with the freaking BK Lounge, and I'm trying to get back into shape. I really am. Yeah, I really am. All right, let's continue on. I need to get these fucking jelly rolls off. Yeah. All right, I was a nerd in high school. Mercenary Man says, but a cool, sexy nerd. Yeah, that's me too. I would say I was a nerd, but a sexy nerd. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. I bet I get more girls than Yak. I always, oh, Jesus. I don't even know if I want a Mercenary Man. Good Lord. I don't even know if I should read that one. All right, moving on. That's between you and Yakov. All right.
I think we should do our second movie.
Well, here, let me get back up to, let's see. Hey, Randy, could you maybe give the camera a bit of a wipe with a cloth or a Kleenex? It might have a little smudge on it. Is it? Is that better?
I think so. Okay. I think what they're referring to is this part has like a little glowy part to it. I don't know. I don't know what's causing that little purple part right there.
I don't either.
We're filming on my webcam, so it's a shitty camera. So sorry. Yeah. But yeah, our second film is
real quick, Randall. What's your favorite? Everybody knows my favorite scene. What's your favorite scene out of this?
My favorite scene out of this. Well, you know, it added a sense of nobility to the character, and he kind of likes this character after this. Okay, is the part where, you know, they're all walking down the hall and they're like, "Oh no, this guy is coming." So the rebel didn't want the other people to get caught, so he ran down the hallway the other way and then went around, made a U-turn.
Oh yeah.
And he distracted the teacher.
And he's playing basketball?
Yeah, so all four of the kids could go back in without getting in trouble.
Now, is that your favorite scene?
Yeah, that was my favorite scene because, you know, I didn't like the character up until then. Actually, I wanted to punch him in the face a few times. Okay. But after he did that, like, little selfless act, I thought a lot, you know, well, maybe he's just a troubled kid.
He's pretty much a dick all the way through the film up until that point. Yeah. And then he starts to become less dickier, and he's kind of cool.
Yeah, and eventually the princess falls in love with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, yeah. But I want to move on to our second film.
Which one do you
want to do? Halloween H2O.
And I gave Randall all these. Yeah. I gave him for a couple reasons. One, I got them all on Blu-ray. Two,
I'm an awesome friend, and you like me.
You're an awesome friend, and I love you, buddy, like a brother. Yeah. And I was like, I don't need two versions of it. Yeah. Number three, this is partial payment for all of the Fears Man cartoons you've done. Mm-hmm. And Randall loved some of these out of my collection. So I was like, you know what, Randall, I've already got these on Blu-ray. Have at it. Yeah. So review number 2, bam.
Halloween H2O.
2-0.
Now, 2-0. Fears, give me your initial review on this.
Okay. My initial review, it's a goodie, but not my favorite. My favorite is the original Halloween. This is how the order would go, Randall. My favorite one. So list these off.
Well, we're gonna have to mention Halloween 3 times because they made the movie 3 times and they didn't bother to change it.
That's right. So list these off with your fingers. Yeah. My favorite one is Halloween 1 first, then Halloween 3, then Halloween 2, then Halloween 2018, and then Halloween 4, then 5, Then this one.
And then the Rob Zombie ones.
No, I didn't like.
You didn't like the Rob.
I
Zombie
mean, they're
ones?
all right. And then number 6. Number 6 will be last. The Curse of Michael Myers. That's all right. It's kind of it's whatever. Yeah. And then there's certain scenes out of the Rob Zombie ones that I like, but I don't like them all as a whole.
Yeah.
If I had to only pick 3, it's Halloween 2018, and then Halloween 3, and then probably when these new Halloweens come out, like Halloween Kills. I know Randall isn't a big fan, but I love Michael Myers. Well, and I cannot wait for Halloween Kills. But for this one out of 1 through 10, I would give this a solid 7. 7 out of 10. I did like it. I didn't like all of the scenes, but I liked some scenes. So this would get about a B+ for me. B+.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
B+.
I'm going to give the same rating you did. I'm giving it a 7 and a B+.
B+.
And one of the reasons I like this is before I watched this, I watched the special features and the documentary, and they put a lot of behind the scenes stuff in here. Like,
yeah, they do have a lot of behind the scenes on this.
Yeah, like Jamie Lee Curtis has an alias in this. She plays what's her name? What is
God,
it, Loomis or
no, I should know this because I'm such a big Michael Myers fan.
Well, we'll read it.
It's Carrie something. Oh no,
Laurie Strode.
No, but that's her real name.
That's her real. Well, that's her name in the film.
No, but her alias. Because remember, she had her name changed because
her last name is Tate.
Mrs. Tate.
And that was a reference to Psycho, which her mom played.
So her alias, because she's trying to hide from her brother, is Carrie Tate. Yeah. Because her boyfriend in it calls her Carrie. Yeah. And then when she invites him over, she's like, "That's not really my name," and he's like trying to seduce.
It's like, "What's wrong with it?" And she goes, I'm trying to say my brother killed my sister." Which is like, "How do you do that?" And she goes with a really sharp butcher knife.
Well, that scene is hilarious because she's trying to tell him, like, "Hey, you really need to listen up if we're going to continue this relationship. You got to take me seriously, and I've got a bad past." And the whole time he's like trying to seduce her. Yeah. The whole time. Up until.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, it's like.
I mean, she's hot.
It's Jamie Lee Curtis in her prime. Like in the 90s.
Listen, Randall, that's complete bullshit.
You didn't see her in...
Listen, no, hang on.
You didn't see her in True Lies?
Oh, I saw her in True Lives.
She was amazing, man.
Who said I didn't see her in True Lives? Like, she's hot.
Friggin' perfect in that movie.
What I'm saying is bullshit is she's still hot now. Yeah. I don't care that she's like 62. Jamie Lee Curtis is still hot in Fears' Eyes. She's still hot when she was, 23 when she made the first Halloween? Yeah. She was hot then. She was hot as hell in True Lives, doing that sexy dance in the black, nylon shit or whatever, nylon skirt or whatever.
Well, most of that was a body double.
I mean, dude, she's got great V's and great legs. I mean, she showed her tits in Trading Places, so she's hot. Yeah. And then her friend, the other babysitting girl in Halloween.
Michelle Williams.
No. What's the girl that played?
In the original Halloween?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I haven't watched 30 minutes of that movie.
Oh, God.
I could not get through.
What's her name?
I don't know.
The girl that played Linda, the girl that's always like, yeah, totally.
I don't know.
She's hot. You see her tits in Halloween. Yeah. I don't know her real name, but her name in the film is Linda. You need to watch the entire... Randall, listen to me. I know my horror movies, all right? I know it starts off slow. But Halloween is goddamn genius.
What is genius about it?
It's fucking amazing, man.
Like, describe what you like about it.
All right, I'll dig deep.
And don't be like a Dan Sobel, like, I liked it because it was good, and it was amazing, and it was perfect, and it was nice. Give me, details.
I'll tell you why I like it. First, it's got a epic villain. It's like...
I agree, he is iconic.
It's so... he's so simple, it's good. Less is more. Mm-hmm. And I like how he kind of creates the Michael Myers. He escapes from the prison. He breaks into the hardware store and steals a couple of knives and then a white mask. And then he kills a guy in a garage and steals his mechanic suit. And he takes the guy's black commando boots or whatever. Yeah. That's really all that Michael Myers is. Black commando boots, a blue zip
jumpsuit,
a blue jumpsuit with a mechanic suit, and then a white fucked up mask, and that's it. with some knives, you know. Oh, God, I shouldn't have done that, Randall. My bad.
Yeah.
Just as I did it, I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, hopefully another troll video won't get made. But anyway, so that's one reason I like it. Like, he's so simple.
Yeah.
Number two, there's not a lot of blood in it. There's almost slim to no blood in it. It's all like
implied.
It's implied.
Yeah.
It's implied and it's implied and it's like the scare factor. Like you know, like the guy that you never saw it because I don't think you saw the end. You know the Bob guy that's making out with Linda?
No.
They're all like having sex and she's like, yeah, go get me another beer. And he's like, I thought you were gonna get me one. And she's like, yeah, whatever, go get me a beer. Bob goes downstairs. I hope I'm not ruining this for you, Randall.
No.
I mean, you'll watch it eventually.
Yeah.
You'll watch it eventually, Randall. But he goes down, and you hear all the creepy music, and he thinks it's Linda, like, fucking with him. And he gets the beer, and he's like, all right, Linda. Yeah, joke's over, whatever. Come on out. Yeah. And he opens up the door. Michael Myers just comes flying through the door, grabs him by the neck, puts him up against the refrigerator, and goes, hey, what do you think about this, Bob? And just stabs him up against the refrigerator. And he's all like this. And then Michael Myers is just kind of looking at him. And that's the most creepiest thing, I think, in the film. He's just like looking at him and like staring at his handiwork. So that's another reason why I like it. One of the best scenes ever of the whole thing is when Laurie escapes and she runs from the babysitter's house to her house. And Michael is like creeping in the distance. And it's all, like I said, a lot of the movie is implied. Mm-hmm. They imply it with like music and she's screaming her head off. Somebody help me. God help me, oh my Lord, and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. And then the little kid, she knocks on the door and like Bobby or whatever the hell his name is. I haven't watched it in a while. Yeah. I think it's not Bobby, it's Tommy. Tommy, let me in, Tommy, let me in. And he lets her in and like she's inches away from getting stabbed. Mm-hmm. Another reason why I like it is the guy that plays Sam Loomis. He is a fantastic actor. He was in a couple of James Bond films.
Yeah, it was Blofeld.
Yeah, he was in a couple of James Bond, and he was in one of George Lucas's first film, THX
1138.
And he was fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like an independent film. I like they made it on a shoestring budget. I can't remember. I think they only spent
I think they said $1.5 million.
No, it definitely was not $1 million. It was less than $1 million. I should remember this because I've watched all the commentary tracks off the movie. I've watched all the behind the scenes. I think they said it was like 500,000 or 400,000. Something you can't make movies like that anymore on that shoestring budget. But somehow they did. And they shot it like in John Carpenter shot it like in 45 or 50 days, something like that. Yeah. I mean, it was a very quick shoot. So let's catch up with the comments. So those are a couple of the reasons why I like it. But I'll ask you in a minute. Let's read some of the comments let me scroll back. I think the last one we left on was the smudge one. So Yakov says Mr. Beats. Or, I'm sorry, I'm so tired and kind of hungover. I'm sorry, guys. Beats. Mr. Beast. 20 years later. Mwahaha. Let's see. Go says, I think the YouTuber Tommy was talking about Yes, Dave Dobrik. That's the guy. Have you ever watched that guy? I subscribe. Dave Dobrik. He's like, I kid you not, Randall. Like, I've worked on YouTube for 10 years and only just now am I starting to get building a following. He makes like 5 or 6 videos and gets like 1 million like off the bat. And now he's up to like whatever, like 11.2 million. And he's got billions of dollars and he's only like fucking like 22, 23 years old. Yeah. And he had that hot ass girl. I think she's like 24, 25. Yeah. Why he dumped her baffles the fuck out of me. Yeah. Either she dumped him or he dumped her. Well, even
hot girls can be messed up.
But she wasn't that messed up.
Well, you don't know.
I don't think she was that messed up. She seemed
You never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Very true. You know? Very true. She didn't.
Because somebody can have a big, huge fight off screen and then and then they're perfectly fine on camera.
But she didn't seem that messed up to me.
Yeah.
Like it seemed,
you don't know. She could be doing drugs for all you know, and they might be keeping it on the down low. She
might
be.
I'm not saying that she is. I'm just saying
she might be snorting coke or shooting up heroin in her toes in the bathroom.
That was good, Randall.
Well, that's an actual.
But no, the delivery on it was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. Obviously, she's probably not doing that, but you never know. But
Yeah.
Randall's right. But to me, she seemed perfectly fine. But
yeah.
Tommy told me to subscribe to that guy.
Yeah.
I did. He does make good content, but he did like a little short film with Borat.
Yeah.
And I guess like Dave Dobrik's one of his friends is like this kind of like chubby girl. I don't want to call her fat because she wasn't that fat. Yeah. She was a chubby girl and she loves Borat. And he's like, you know where this friend like flew in, right? And she's like, where? From Chicago? You got a lot of friends in Chicago? And he's like, no, Kapistan. And he's in the back chilling. And he's like, hello, very nice, very nice. And then she starts screaming her head off. Like, oh my God, I fucking love Borat. You're fucking Borat. And she's going ballistic. Yeah. And then that's when he does the classic line. He's like, look, chill out, gypsy lady. He goes, I will do it quickly with you. And then I will, take my time with him and pleasure and massage his balls and all that other stuff. And oh God, Randall, I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
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 I couldn't think of that guy's name for the death of me.
So I'll give my review on this.
Well, hang on. Let me read the rest of the comments. All right. So I left off on the ghost.
The ghost.
Yakov says a possible nod to both Carrie. Oh, Carrie from the. Yeah, that's true. Sharon Tate. I never found her all that attractive. Well, you're smoking crack. He's saying he doesn't think Jamie Lee Curtis is hot.
Well, like after 2000s, I wouldn't say so
everybody's entitled to their opinion. Randall, she's still hot. She's hot.
I don't know. Did you see the
Randall,
last one?
Her tits are fucking right there, man.
Yeah, but she's like old and wrinkly.
It doesn't matter. I mean, like, look, it's like a fine wine.
I think you want to bite your tongue on this one because the trolls.
I don't give a shit what they say. I don't give a shit what they say. She's hot. They know it, and I know it.
All right.
It's like a fine wine. You're like, that's how anyone's wife is. Like, you marry them not for their hotness. You marry it for both, like personality, and you have to be attracted to them. So if I got married to whoever I'm going to get married,
a third point would be spirituality.
But yeah, well, that too.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Christian. He's a Christian. So, but it's more about love, though. Like, I wouldn't have to marry someone that's a Christian. It would be
if you want to go according to the Bible, yes, you do.
Yeah. What I'm saying is. If I love that woman and she's like, I don't really follow religion, but we had a great connection, I wouldn't let religion stand in my way. I would say I would appreciate it if you try to get into it because I am a Christian.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like a fine wine is what I'm trying to say. You marry whoever you're going to marry, and you still think they're hot from when you marry them at like 25 or 26, and then you grow old together, and you would be a hypocrite if you would be like, oh, well, now my wife is like 60 and she's all crusty and I don't think she's hot. Just because Jamie Lee Curtis has gotten a little bit older, she's an author. She's written like 4 or 5 normal novels, and then she's written like 10 or 20 like children's books. She's an actress. She's been in commercials, movies. What else has she done, Randall? What else has she done?
Movies.
She's done movies.
TV shows.
So that's right. So she's been in TV shows, commercials, movies.
Radio dramas.
Video
games.
She's, what video game is she done?
Hardcore porn.
Yeah, right. You're so full of shit. Those last two I know for a fact. She's never been in porn and she's never been in a video game, Randall. I knew you were full of crap. I was like, no, I'm dead serious though. She's been in dramas. She's been in movies.
Plays.
Radio. Yeah. Like I said, she's written like 10 to 20 like children's books.
Well, you heard it here. Jamie Lee, if you're out there, give Cheers a call.
Oh, yeah. If she called me, I'd be like, night on the town, let's do it. Yeah. She's hot. I'm not saying she's like goddamn Kylie Myers or whatever. I'm saying she's still attractive. I like her work is sexy and all the accomplishments that she's done is sexy. Yeah. And she's still got a cute face, but now, I would prefer some of my actual age, but I'm telling you, Randall, I've had a big crush on Jamie Lee Curtis. Same thing, like, I'll give you an example. Neve Campbell's still hot. Yeah. She's starting to get a few wrinkles because now she's like, what, 46, 45, whatever?
Around that.
But she's still hot. That was Fears' crush. It still is. I don't care what anyone says. Neve Campbell is smoking hot.
Yeah. Neve Campbell is still hot. Yeah.
She's still hot. All right, let me continue on. Okay. John Carpenter was a master of making the most of his money. Oh, I agree, Yakov. Like, hello, Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Yeah.
Genius. And Randall, I want to thank you. I would have never found Escape from New York or Escape from unless I would have talked to my best friend. Randall was like, Fierce, you love The Fog. You love all those Halloweens. He's like, you ever seen Escape from New York? I'm being dead honest. Remember my response, Randall? I said, Randall, I've never even heard of that film. What the hell is that? And you went, you got to be shitting me, Fears. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what it is. And then Randall went, they shot it in your hometown, Fears. And I was like, I have no idea what you're on about, Randall. And then I watched it. Genius. They shot it in St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
All right. Fears, did I get a haircut? Oh, I did. I got a haircut. It was well overdue. It was starting to get like a little curly and shit in the background, Randall. And I was like, it was annoying the fuck out of me. I kept doing this and like fiddling with it and shit. And I was just like, fuck this noise. I got to get a haircut. Well, I was going to get a haircut anyway because I
keep my hair short.
Well, I was going to get it cut anyway because my trip's coming up.
Okay, now let me say why I do it. So I get my hair cut short as a tactical advantage because when I was in high school, I used to get into a lot of fights and the bullies would grab my hair and they would like lead me around with it. So basically, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do what the Romans do. Because you know why the Romans got their hair cut short?
Yeah, so they wouldn't.
Is because when their enemy soldiers would grab you by the hair, pull your neck back, and slit your throat.
Yeah.
So the Romans kept their hair very short so nobody could grab a hold of it. I can't grab a hold of it.
The Greece did that too, right?
There was no Greece for Romans.
But... No, the Greece people actually did.
Oh,
that
yeah.
They did that too. Yeah. They got it from the Romans, but they still did it.
Yeah.
Yakov says Jennifer Connelly. Now that's an attractive. Like, oh yeah, she's smoking.
Jennifer Connelly looks the same as she did in 1987.
How old is she now, Randall?
I don't know. She's got to be over 40, maybe 50.
I think she's in her 50s.
She has stayed. She looks the same as in 1987.
Listen. Yakov, I am in total agreement. Her ass is, oh my God, her ass is amazing. Yeah. Tits. Now, I don't want people out there to think I'm just a tits and ass man. Yeah. I do love personality, but I'm also a guy. I mean, I got to appreciate a good set of tits and a good set of ass. Uh-huh. I agree with Yakov. She is smoking hot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
So let me give my review.
Yeah, that was a long review. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go on and on. All right, Randall, go for it.
So basically, like I said, before I watched this, I watched a special feature, the 30-minute documentary, and they put a lot of stuff in this film.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't, like, after the 80s and 90s, like, people just don't really care what the movies.
Did you like LL Cool J in it?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool because, like, he was a badass rapper in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. And now he does more movies than music.
He does B movies now.
I mean,
he does not do quality work anymore.
You know what? I'll be honest, Randall. To me, it's all about the work. Like, you know how like guy out of Return of the Living Dead, he did a lot of cool work, and then you gotta. If I was in Hollywood, I would just take whatever came. Like I would do a bunch of kick-ass A movies, and then in between, I would just do like some commercials and some B. You just gotta keep working. You keep working hard, and you keep adding shit to the resume. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I keep rambling. I'm sorry.
And then, like, I was just. You ever see the Will Ferrell in The Matrix from MTV?
Wait, I've seen a portion.
You ever seen that one? It's like, yeah, mouth shut, ears open. This is my time to talk now. This is time for me.
Oh wait, is that when he's
he plays the architect from The Matrix.
Yeah, he's arguing with Neo in the architect shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, open your mouth one more fucking time. And he's like, why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? And he just like launches and dives and like
and then they break the door open.
Yeah, they go through the fucking door and shit.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was laughing.
I'm sorry, Randall. We're having fun.
I just wanted to shout that.
Oh wait, I want to read a comment. John Fears never shuts up. Hey, guess what, Claire audience? You never shut the fuck up, and you're the most annoyingest fucking creature on the goddamn planet.
All right, so here's my
end
review.
Quote. Go for it, Randall.
All right.
I'd love to beat the shit out of you. One day it will happen. Go ahead, Randall.
All right. Halloween H. Oh man. Okay. So Halloween H2O.
It had to be said, Randall. Sorry.
Did it have to be said?
Kind of had to be said.
Okay. So now I lost track.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What did he say?
Nothing. I'm just laughing.
Okay.
Sorry. I really shouldn't have said that, but I'm glad I said it.
Yeah. I warned you about that before the stream.
I'm trying my best, Randall. I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
Okay, so they put a lot of shit in this, and they put a lot of like in jokes and in things.
The
like,
jokes were funny.
Yeah, like one of the things is that a lot of people already know this, but I'll just share it. Jamie Lee Curtis's mother is Janet Leigh, and Janet Leigh was in the original slasher film Psycho. And there's a scene in Psycho where they have the car that was in the pond in Psycho, and there's even a part where she goes, "Oh, I got to deal with all these psychos," and it's like a direct reference.
Well, then they do a quote,
and then like in the music, you can hear the Psycho theme play for just like 4 or 5 seconds.
Well, the car that she walks up.
Yeah,
it's the same car.
That's what I said. It's the same car that was in the pond at the end of the movie. The
same car that she dies in.
Yeah,
and she also referenced.
Well, she died in the shower, but he put her in the car and they in the pond.
But the end of her demise is in the swamp.
Yeah.
But anyway, She also does a quote from the very first Halloween.
Yeah.
Remember when she's like, "Oh, Miss Tate, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you jump." And then she's like, "Well, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare." The sheriff says that to Laurie Strode in the very first one. All right, continue on.
And like I said, this is one of the reasons why I'm so excited for the next Matrix. Is that, like, even though Lana and Lily Wachowski transitioned and they're women now, still they put, and Lana isn't doing it, it's just Lily, but still they put so much stuff into every little frame. And that is going to lead us right into my comments for the next movie, the last one on the list.
I am super excited about Matrix 4.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I know we got a little sidetracked, Randall, but I'll bring it back. Yeah. I never thought in a million years that we would get a Matrix 4.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious. I thought, okay, like in the first one, they create the characters. The second one, you see the characters in their prime. And then the third one, he saves humanity and all the robots say, hey, if you win, then we'll back off and we'll like kill the Matrix and everything will be good. And he does that and he ends up dying.
I thought they were going to do it.
I thought that was it.
I thought they were going to do it. I didn't think they were going to bring Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss back.
I thought that was the end of it. And I'm like, well, how can they bring Keanu back? Because he supposedly dies in the third one.
Well, actually, you never see him die. You just see.
Well, they imply it.
They imply it, but you never see him die. You just see them lower him down to the ground, and he's all still.
Yeah.
Just because he's still doesn't mean he's dead. Could have been.
But see, but I bet you a lot of the fans, and I bet you a lot of people thought he was dead, just like me.
Speaking of dead,
and I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of it.
Speaking of dead, let's go to our third movie.
It's a good segue. It's a good segue into Dead because it's one of Fierce's favorite films. Shung, Return of the Living Dead. Great B movie right here, motherfuckers. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great movie.
Great movie.
And I'm going to do the first review. I'll give my initial thoughts. This is another one of the movies where they put...
I'm definitely doing that.
All right. They put a lot of work into this. And,
without a doubt.
And, even Dan O'Bannon says, he liked Mad Magazine and how, like, in Mad Magazine, they would have these wide shots and they would have all these, like, little things in there. Like, there's a scene in...
Hey, Randall.
Yeah.
More brains.
Yeah. And then
Tarman rocks, dude.
There's a scene in the movie where you see an eye chart, and if you read out the eye chart, it says Bert is a slave driver. We hate working for Bert.
And
you didn't see that.
I never knew that was in the background until Randall pointed out tonight, and I have watched this film more than 100 times. I kid you not. Like, I've probably watched this movie, if not as many times as Ghostbusters, maybe a little bit more, because this is one of my favorite horror films.
Yeah.
We all know what my favorite horror film is. I'd say my top 4 favorite horror films is Halloween, Halloween 3, this movie, and then Dawn of the Dead, the original, where they go into the mall for the first time. Not the remake, the original 70s Dawn of the Dead. That one's great.
I'd have to say my favorites are Aliens, and Predator 1 and Predator 2.
Yeah, but Predator is not really there's a lot of killing in it, but I'd say it's a scary, suspenseful movie. When I was a kid, let's ask the fans.
When that Predator came out, it scared the shit out of me.
Let's ask the fans.
I don't know about you.
I don't think it's a horror film right now. I would classify it as a action thriller. because there's action in it. There's thrilling moments.
Would you say suspense at least?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. It's an action thriller suspense movie. Yeah. It's not a full-blown horror film, even though the Predator kills a lot of people. It's like, because there's one scene where I almost said Rambo. I'm sorry. When Arnold, that plays Dutch, his entire unit just smokes a bunch of like motherfuckers, like in an all-out battle. Yeah. And the battle goes on for like 15 minutes of the movie. And you think, and they did that on purpose because they wanted everybody in the theater to think, oh, this is just another classic Arnold Schwarzenegger action film.
Hello? No, he doesn't. Tomorrow, which tomorrow night, not tomorrow.
Yeah, tell your mom tomorrow night.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I love you. Bye.
What was she asking?
She said you probably should leave because you got work tomorrow. And I told her it's not until tomorrow night.
Not until tomorrow night. I have plenty of time.
So yeah.
Was I being too loud?
No.
Okay. I was like, I don't want to leave.
But maybe do keep it down.
Sorry. The last thing I want to do is make your mom mad.
Well, it's not my mom. It's the neighbors. We have very thin walls.
That's right.
Like literally, I could take my pinky and I could poke my finger through that wall.
Here, let me go tell your mom. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
All right.
Tell her after the stream.
I'll tell her after the stream. Yeah. But no, I wouldn't consider that horror film. I would consider it definitely suspenseful, definitely thriller. Yeah. It's an action thriller suspense movie.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that sucks about this. I can't play my music up at night. Now, here's the thing. When I lived in my 123, I almost said the address.
Don't say it.
When I lived in my,
don't say it.
When I lived in my apartment.
Listen, they love you, but they don't.
I know. Hold on, first. Let me get this out.
All right.
So, in my last apartment that I had, that was just me.
There you go.
Here's the thing: the guy to the right of me was hard of hearing. And the guy to the left of me smoked marijuana all the time. So I could play my music as loud as I wanted.
And you know why?
The guy next door couldn't hear shit. And the guy in the other thing couldn't call the cops because he was smoking marijuana all the time.
I loved that story.
If that guy called the cops on me, I'd just be, hey, he's smoking marijuana.
Randall,
arrest them.
That's the main reason why I love that story. Randall told me, I was like, Randall, because that guy's hard of hearing, he's not going to say shit.
Because he doesn't hear it.
And then if that guy tries to blackmail you and go, oh, yeah, well, I'll just tell the landlord that you're playing your music too loud. I'd be like, hey, guess what, asshole? You're smoking weed, so I'll just call the cops and you'll get arrested. Yeah. So eat my ass.
That was and like I could play it as loud as I want. And I
thought that was great.
I actually did a lot of short films, where I like yell and scream.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen them. They're great. Yeah. All I got to say is the Thrilling 3 East Coast.
That was in that apartment.
Randall. Yeah. That fucking guy in it. Yo, what's up, man? That
was Eddie Knight.
Eddie fucking Knight.
Eddie Knight is an awesome guy.
Eddie Knight is fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
He's all like, yeah, man, East Coast style, freaking Thrilling 3, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's like going nuts. And I'm like, this guy has no idea what he's doing, but he's doing something.
Oh, right. He knew.
Oh, Randall, this guy.
He went off script so many times.
He went off. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He had no idea how to stay on script, but God bless him because he made Fears laugh beyond belief. And
because here's the thing, Fears.
So amazing.
His performances from shot to shot were so vastly different.
That's why it's freaking hysterical.
Yeah, but like he'd be like, "Hey man, what's going on? What are we talking about, man?" And then I'd be like, "Oh, and how are you?" I'd go, "I'm good."
Yeah,
I'm good.
So he would go from, "Hey man, what's up? Oh, got you, bitch." And then he's all like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then he's like, "Yeah, what up? I'm cool."
Yeah,
and all that crap.
And I told him you got to be consistent from scene to scene. When you cut it all together, it looks really weird.
Randall, I was on the floor. You almost killed your best friend of laughter. I was on the floor dying because I was like, Randall, your acting is great. The other guy's acting is great. Eddie Knight's, it's not that great, but it's so shitty that it is great, and I'm laughing hysterically.
And I did let him, do the thing. But hold on. There we go.
Here, let me catch up on the...
On El Chateau.
On the El Chateau. Oh, nice reference, Randall. Way to go.
Yeah. What was that a reference to?
Mercenary Man says, Jesus, Fears, you sound like you're doing a lot better. I am. I just hate one person with a passion in the entire earth.
All right, I don't think we need to know.
I won't. That's the last thing I'll say, Randall. I'm sorry. Good. I don't mean to put a damper on the old stream. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm doing better. You got to admit.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, I just I sold another script.
Oh, sweet. How much?
$25.
Now we're talking. Right on.
Well, I mean, it's actually. Guess how many pages?
Let's see.
Guess how many pages it was?
125.
15.
Really?
I'm getting paid 25, and I don't even print the shit.
Oh, that's a short one.
Yeah,
Yakov says he likes it, but he says it's not well paced and it's kind of boring. I disagree, Yakov.
What is he talking about?
This movie.
Oh, okay.
I think it's well paced. I think it's hilarious. Yeah. It's got some. It's funny. It's got some horror aspects to it. I think you're way off base, Yakov. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's just me. I love it though. Let's see.
Is Visions on there?
He was, but I don't know. I don't know if Visions is still watching. He was way at the top, I believe. Yeah, Visions was here at the top, but I don't know if he's here now. Mm-hmm. Visions, if you're still here, say hello. Yeah. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off?
We have 9 viewers.
That's right.
Holy shit! And you know what I learned, Fierce, is like that count is not accurate. Like if you're watching on a cell phone, there could be a lot more people.
Yeah.
You know.
Freaking bug.
Because the people on
Yakov's saying he didn't die in the third one. You can see in the trailer scene in the real world where his eyes are burnt. Oh, I don't know.
What are they talking about?
The Matrix. It just in the third one, I thought he was dead because they imply it.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, wow. I haven't seen this guy in a while. Joey with the number says, yo, Fears Man.
What up?
Joey, it's been quite a long time, buddy.
What up, Joey?
But what up? I'll be nice and say what's up. Because Joey's kind of still on the fence with me. I don't know.
Joey's great.
But you know what? I haven't seen or heard Joey for ages, so I don't know. Maybe
Joey with the number.
Maybe he's turned a corner. I doubt it, but...
No, he
maybe.
He turned a corner.
I hope. Maybe
he turned a corner to get around the house.
That's pretty funny, Randall. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's turned a corner. Maybe he's not.
I think he has.
Maybe he's not a troll anymore. I don't know.
I think they've all turned corners.
Yeah, right, Randall. All right, we're pretty much back up to the top. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, and I was listening to the commentary with Dan O'Bannon, and Dan O'Bannon.
And there's 2 tracks, right?
Yeah, there's the cast and crew commentary, and then there's the director and production.
Now, which one did you like better?
I liked both, and they were actually kind of mirrors of each other.
They're pretty good
because like the chick in all white, she was really prissy, and she was prissy in the movie, and she's actually prissy in real life because like in the commentary track, she won't curse at all. She's all the other people are cursing it up,
and Randall didn't know this. You know the girl with the black hair with the blue and red highlights? Yeah. She originally was a stripper, and she didn't want to strip anymore. And so she found out that they were shooting a local B film. And she's like, can anybody try out? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, if you're good enough, we can use you as a background character as a zombie. And so she first went into that. And I guess she was doing so good. Yeah. They're like, hey, we need another girl for the main cast. Like, do you want to try out for it? He's like, can you memorize lines? And she's like, what the hell? I'm like, I just quit my stripping job. So, yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah. And she got it. That's how... It's either in the cast commentary, they say that, or the director's commentary. Yeah. She at one time was a stripper.
Yeah.
And then she decided to go for this film.
And then there was the tar guy, and the tar guy...
Tarman.
Yeah, Tarman was on the commentary, and he said the reason he was wobbling around so much wasn't that he was doing like pantomiming and stuff. They put so much KY jelly, and they actually put the stuff that they put in actual jelly donuts.
Yeah.
They lathered it in KY jelly. And he said, I wasn't like doing pantomimes. I was slipping. I could not stand up with that. Well, so I was like literally like all over the place.
The director also told him to move a little bit because basically the tar man is only bones and some goopy liquid. Yeah. And the goopy liquid is holding the bones together. Yeah. They literally said, we don't want slim to no flesh on the tar man. Yeah. They said we want the black, droopy, kind of liquid stuff.
And you said the guy was almost anorexic, right?
Well, he wasn't anorexic. They said we needed an incredibly, incredibly, incredibly skinny man to be put in this suit. And I've actually met the Tar Man at a convention way back in the day when I first started my channel and I first started going to conventions. That guy is the nicest, coolest guy ever. He's like, he took like 9 or 10 photos with me. Oh yeah, Fears, I'll sign whatever you want. Yeah. And he's the man. So I think his performance of the Tar Man, top notch.
Yeah. So how long have we been going for? We only been going for 54 minutes.
I can go for a little bit more before
we're gonna go for 6.
What were you laughing? Were you laughing because of the Tar Man or because of me?
Yeah, the Tar Man.
I was like, what are you laughing about?
I just like thinking of him just like wobbling around.
Well, he's all doing this because the director said you're literally like liquid and bones, and the only thing that is keeping the bones together is this liquid, gooey, black residue. And
you know what's really funny is like it's your muscles that make you move. So if you have no muscles, if you're just a skeleton,
that's what
even if it's an inanimate object, you're not going to be moving.
But that's what the director wanted. He said, so if there's only like this liquid jelly, black, creamy ooze keeping you together, he said you can't move too much forward because then your bones would fall apart. So he's like, when you're moving around, just kind of, if you move forward, then kind of turn to the side because that's what's keeping you up. And then when you go back, that's why he's all doing this shit. That's what he was supposed to do. Yeah. But he's like Randall said,
he's slipping and sliding.
But he said a few times he couldn't help it. He said in the commentary, he said a few times I did it exactly like how the director wanted to, but a few times I couldn't help it because they put so much KY jelly on me. And then they took the KY jelly and put it in some like black liquid to make it that goopy, like
could have just been food coloring.
It could have been food coloring. I don't know, but they said they mixed a bunch of shit together to make it that black, slimy, whatever crap they dumped on him.
Yeah. So now again, we're just gonna do a quick rating. Breakfast Club, you said I give this a 9. I give it a 9, and I would give it an 8.
Oh, Geodude's here. What's up, Geodudes?
What's up, Geodudes?
He says an evening with Randall and Fears, priceless.
So, what would you give Breakfast Club? I'd give it
solid 9.
A solid 9.
Solid 9.
Solid 9. Not the best movie of all time, but very,
solid 9.
Very, very close.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Okay. Now, you and I had the exact same thing on this. 7 across the board, B-.
I give it a B+.
I'll give it a B+ too, because I really like how much thought and effort they put into
7,
this one.
A lot of thought, a lot of effort. Some scenes are great, some scenes are kind of crap. Solid B+.
This one, I would give an 8. And
solid 9, Randall.
I got to give this a 9 too.
9.
I'll give it an 8, and I'll give it an A because this is a classic movie. If you want to sit down and watch some of the best horror movies of all time, this has definitely got to be in your collection.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not as cheesy as Killer Clowns.
What's funny is it's horrific and hilarious at the same time.
That's what the director wanted. It's not as cheesy as like that bullshit Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's so shitty, it's good. Yeah. This is just enough cheesiness with some horror aspects. One of the best scenes is when the zombie like finds the little radio in the ambulance.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, well, if I call someone, I'll just be able to eat more people. So he's like, send more paramedics. The paramedics come and they eat their goddamn brains out.
Yeah.
Then another one's like, send more cops. Send more cops. The cops come, they eat their brains out. So
the cops will never learn. I'm sorry. They don't.
Well, you would think after like somebody laying on the ground and a zombie eating their brains out, why the hell would the police show up? It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, screw you. You're on your own. I'm not coming and having someone eat my brains out.
Yeah, well, they're probably there to kill the zombies, hopefully.
Yeah, but you can't kill a zombie by shooting them. The only way you can kill
you got to shoot them in the head.
The only way you can kill a zombie is by snapping their neck from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Or shooting them in the head. Yeah. That's it.
There you go.
By the way, Geodudes, thank you so much for unblocking me on Twitter. I sent you a couple messages. Whenever you're ready to talk, and we'll have a sit-down chat. I really would like that. I lost your number because I deleted it. Well, I didn't lose it. I just deleted it. So when you get time, I don't know if you've read the messages. I sent you a couple of messages a couple weeks ago on Twitter. Thank you so much for unblocking me. And whenever you're ready to talk, buddy, I'm ready to talk. I really want to be friends again. No pressure. Whenever you want. Just let me know. All right, let's continue on, Randall.
Okay. So we're at the 59-minute mark, so I think we're gonna wrap it up.
So Randall, all right, out of these three, what was the one? Now we've all graded.
You want me to rank them?
No. My question is you liked all three of these movies.
Yeah.
So out of all three, in your opinion, which one is the most enjoyable that you watched?
Most enjoyable, I gotta say, the first one I watched was Breakfast Club, and I like that one the most.
So that's the most enjoyable to watch?
Because, like, in the 80s, I was a huge Molly Ringwald fan.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
I loved her.
She's pretty hot.
And even in the 90s, she still got good.
All right, and so what was the most unenjoyable to watch?
Oh, well, I think we're going to go with the middle one, Halloween H2O. Even though it's a really good movie, I would give it like I know I said 7, I'd give it an 8. But it's probably one of my most enjoyable Halloween movies that
Did you watch the Halloween 2018 one yet?
Yeah.
You didn't like that one?
Well, I did a whole review on that one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you trashed it, right?
Yeah,
you trashed it.
It just seemed like a retread. And like, I'm going to save my review of the next Halloween. Even though I don't like Halloween, I'm going to watch Halloween Kills and I'm going to watch Halloween Ends. But I really...
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, the next one's called Halloween Kills.
And the next one is called Halloween Ends.
I forgot the...
And I guarantee you, if that one's successful, they're going to make another one.
Listen, they will keep making Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers movies long after Fears is dead.
Yeah.
They'll find a way, Randall, to bring them back. Oh, Freddy's finally dead. Jason's finally dead. My ass, they are.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to bring them back.
But
they always do. They always find a way to bring them back.
The thing about Halloween...
I kid you not. When I'm 95 years old, if Fears makes it to 95, they will still be making Jason, Freddy...
Mustafa Akkad said he'd stop at 22. Because the producer...
I doubt they'll stop at 22.
The producer of Halloween said... I asked the guy who plays Sam Loomis, how many movies do you plan to play Sam Loomis if you survive? And he goes, you know what? I'm going to stop at 22. If I live that long, I'm going to stop at 22. And Mustafa Akkad was like, you know what? I think that'll be a good end. I think, like, if it's still successful, we'll keep going to 22.
I don't believe it, Randall. Yeah. As long as they can make a profit on Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers, they will keep pumping those bad boys.
I don't even know how many are out right now. Okay. There's 3 Halloweens and they're all named Halloween.
I'll tell you. Jason, there's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th Part 2. So count them, Randall.
Well, we're talking about Halloween.
But I'm going to tell you every single one of them.
Yeah.
So Friday the 13th, there's Friday the 13th Part 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6.
Yeah, why don't you just tell me the last one?
Number 7.
Yeah.
And then number 8 is where he takes Manhattan. Number 9, and then the number 10 one is when he's in space.
Yeah.
And then the one after that is a remake of Friday the 13th. And then he did a Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
So that's still in the... So how many is that for Jason?
12.
So that's 12. Freddy, there's Nightmare 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And...
No, the 7 was Freddy's Dead. And then 8th was A New Nightmare.
No.
And 9 was Freddy versus Jason. And then the remake. So...
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's about 9 movies.
So 9.
Yeah.
Michael's got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7. Halloween 8 is Halloween 8 Resurrection. Number 9 was the remake of Halloween. Then number 10 is the remake of Halloween 2. Mm-hmm. Now this new one, Halloween 2018, and now the newest one, Halloween Kills. So what is that up to?
I don't remember.
But yeah, they'll keep pumping those bad boys out.
Yeah.
They'll keep pumping those bad boys out. Yeah. Mercenary Man says Halloween 2018 was my first Halloween movie, so I liked it. Nothing to compare it to. Oh, Mercenary Man. Look, we're friends, but dude, you've got to watch the first 3. I don't care about all the sequels. Watch the first 3 Halloween. Halloween 1 is amazing. Halloween 2 is amazing. And then a lot of people like shit on Halloween 3, but it's good because they were trying to do something different. And people say that Michael Myers is not in the 3rd one. Actually, Randall, if you want to get technical, he is in Halloween 3.
Yeah.
The main character, when he's trying to escape, on the TV, what movie do you think they're showing?
Halloween.
They're showing Halloween, and you see Michael Myers walk down the stairs. So technically, he's in the film. Mercenary Man, watch those 3. When Halloween comes up, watch the first 3 Halloween. You will fall in love with it. Why? Because fucking John Carpenter is a goddamn genius, and he's one of my favorite directors, and Michael Myers is the Shiat.
Yeah.
And he can kick Jason's ass, and he can kick Freddy's ass, hands down.
Here's why I don't like most of the sequels.
Hands down.
Because the sequels are basically the same thing. Michael comes back, kills a few people, then dies. Like, except for Season of Witch, that's all the sequels.
Well, the ending is classic.
Yeah.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! The guy goes fucking nuts. Stop it! Like going ballistic.
Yeah.
Randall, what do you
think? I would do that scene, but again, I can poke a finger in this wall with my finger.
Randall, what do you think? In the film, if we were in that film, do you think they actually turned off the commercial, or do you think the commercial kept going?
I don't know.
I think the commercial kept going.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, screw you, buddy. It's Halloween. We're going to keep the commercial going.
Yep. And somebody recreated the Silver Shamrock thing, and you have it on your channel.
I did. I created that.
You made that? Oh.
Me and a buddy created that.
Nice.
Me and a buddy created that.
Where did you get the song from? Was it on CD or something?
He got the song from I think there's a soundtrack.
Yeah.
And of Halloween 3. He either got it off a soundtrack or he got it out of another video off of YouTube. And he asked the guy's permission if he can use the audio, and the guy said yes.
Yeah.
But then my buddy created the whole flashing pumpkin, and he created the flashing silver shamrock. So I had nothing to do with that. Yeah. I just said, hey, I asked him, hey, can you make this? And I told him exactly what I wanted. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Fears. He goes, give me a month. I can bust that out. That one is such an old one on my channel. My friend totally made that, and it was good.
Check out the chat. See what it says.
Mercenary Man says, well, to be fair, Randy, they're just meant to be 90-minute slashers, nothing too fancy. Very true. And I agree. May as well go to 90 minutes now. Oh, Yakov said we got to go to 90 minutes. I mean, I'm not doing anything tomorrow, so I don't really care, Randall, when I get home.
Well, let me see how much power my yeah.
Do we have enough power to go to 90 minutes?
Yeah, we could go to 30.
Because we're shooting it right here, Randall, the cord's not long enough, I guess, to get over to that plug over there.
And there's a lot, and like this house is very old, and some of the outlets, if you plug something into them, it'll spark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
damn.
We're gonna have a guy from Home Depot.
Do you mind if I grab another soda? I'm dying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want one?
Get some ice and rub it on your hose.
I am. I'm gonna get some ice and put it in my cup. Do you want?
Yeah, give me a Coke.
You want a Coke?
Yeah.
All right, Randall. Talk to the fans. I'll be right back.
All right.
What am I? Am I your bitch?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I don't care. I'll get you a soda, buddy. That's what friends are.
And then after that, we got to get rid of all the dead bodies in the basement. We got to chop them up. We got to put them in an acid tub.
That's on you, Randall. You get rid of those bodies.
And then I'll smash the bones into powder, and then you can snort the powder. It can be like,
yeah. Randall, right, first of all.
The power of the dead people.
All right, Randall, first of all, 2 questions. One, why is there dead bodies in your basement? And
I think a better question would be, why isn't there dead bodies in my basement?
All right, I set myself up for that one.
Yeah.
Number 1, why is there dead bodies in your basement? And number 2, why the hell would Fears sniff rotting corpse skeleton bone powder up his nose?
Well, why would anybody eat a dead body? Well, the same reason. You absorb their power. You get all of the memories and you get their powers. And, if you eat the flesh, it's like if you eat the heart of a pig, you get the pig's memories. You fall asleep and then you dream of pigs and stuff. Yeah.
Randall, you are losing your mind.
You get their powers and their memory. That's why you eat people, Yeah.
I can honestly say I never want to eat someone, Randall.
You did not know that?
Randall, I'm not a cannibal. I never have any inclination in eating someone.
No.
Randall's losing his mind over here. I'm going to go get that Coke for you, Randall.
Go ahead.
Because if you don't get that Coca-Cola in you, I think you're going to lose part of your mind. Randall's going nuts over here, guys. I don't know. Randall, you're one of my best friends, buddy, and I love you. But, man, Randall says some wild shit sometimes.
It's the gallows humor
that I have. Randall's got that dark humor that I love.
The gallows humor, it's good.
Randall, you may be part British, buddy, because British humor is very dry and very sarcastic.
Yeah.
You got that.
What I like about British humor is that it's classy. They don't have guys running around with their asses hanging out.
It's very dry, though. It's very dry, and very witty and very sarcastic.
It's kind of like Ghostbusters humor. You know, like Ghostbusters 1 and 2, the humor in that movie was very tasteful.
Yes.
Very tasteful and very subdued and wasn't graphic at all, you know? Like now you got like Chris Rock and all those people.
Before I get that Coke, what's your favorite Ghostbuster scene?
Favorite scene ever. Well, you know, I like the part where Bill Murray, and I got like a cartoon idea out of this.
Don't tell the fans the cartoon idea if we're gonna do it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you after. But yeah, the favorite scenes that I love is the scene where Bill Murray and all the Ghostbusters are in the mayor's office. And then, like, you know, Ernie Hudson is like, we're talking about real wrath of God stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, cats and dogs living together.
And it's like,
mass
I have
hysteria.
seen shit that'll make you turn white.
Yeah. And then there's the part where, somebody says something about the character and he's like, yeah, until Dickless here turned off the power. He goes, you watch yourself. And then the mayor's like, is this true? And then Bill Murray is like, yes, this man has no dick. And then this
man has no dick.
That was in the script, but Bill Murray didn't want to seem like he was gay, so he added in the line, well, that's what I've heard, you know. And what's funny is I had a line almost exactly like that in the Thrilling 3 East Coast.
Oh, I was going to ask the first
and
one. And
Angel Blessed changed it for the exact same reason.
Did he really?
And I didn't know that was a reference to the line in Ghostbusters.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
No one would think Angel is gay.
Yeah.
Angel,
or Bill Murray.
Yeah, because Bill Murray.
Because we know it's a joke.
Yeah, plus Bill Murray was already married and he had 5-6 kids by then or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Bill Murray is far from gay. Bill Murray's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. All right, Randall, give me a second. I'm going to go get that Coke for you, buddy.
Mercenary Man says deep. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Bill Murray is the shit, man. He's awesome.
He's a good guy. So, yeah. Let's see. Why is Fears wearing a hat inside? Because he loves hats. It's his favorite hat. He's like the Mad Hatter. Well, to be fair, Randy, they're just meant to be 90-minute slashers, nothing too fancy. Yeah, that is true, but they could do so much more.
Randy, here's your Coke, buddy.
Oh, thank you. I'm a Coke addict. I've got a Diet Coke or a Coke right here. So there we go. And I really like Ghostbusters because that is it's classy comedy with that. You know, I mean, there are very few. Don't even think there's an SH bomb in there or an F bomb. You know, it was very classy and it didn't do degrading humor. That's what I didn't like about Ghostbusters 2016 is the humor was very lowbrow. It was very and the thing is I don't even care that, you know, it was women. I just think it should have been actresses I like. Like, for one point in time, they were considering Emma Stone. And I was like, yeah, oh, hell yeah. And then they were considering a few other people. I've never thought Kristen Wiig was funny. I never thought, I keep calling her Tracy Morgan, but her real name is Leslie Jones. But honestly, she looks like Donkey from Shrek is what I think. And then you have the chick who plays the female Egon, and she was a little bit weird. And then the last one was Melissa McCarthy. And to be honest, I don't really like Melissa McCarthy at all. I don't think I've seen one single movie of hers where I've laughed or been like, oh, wow, this is a good movie. I saw Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids, and in that movie, she literally shits in a sink. I'm not joking. This is an actual...
What did I walk into, Randall? Shitting in a sink? What the hell?
Bridesmaids.
What are you on about?
Bridesmaids. Melissa McCarthy.
What are you talking about?
Shut up and listen, and I'll tell you. The movie Bridesmaids with Melissa McCarthy has Melissa McCarthy shitting in a sink in one scene.
Oh, I guess I missed that movie.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about why I didn't like Ghostbusters 26.
I just walk into the living room and I hear about shitting in a sink. I'm like, what the hell are you on about?
Mouth open. Ears open.
Well, my bad. I didn't know what the fuck you were on about.
So, I was talking about Melissa McCarthy. I've never seen a movie in that Melissa McCarthy has done that's good. She is not
scaring me there for a second.
She hasn't done one good movie.
What,
and she does very low brow humor.
Yeah.
You know, like typically she curses up a storm in her movies.
She does.
You know, and Very lowbrow, not really funny, not a good ad-libber. I just don't like her in general.
Why is Fears wearing a hat? I've gone over this a million times. I love hats. I don't have to wear a hat, you know.
Take your hat off. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I just like wearing hats. It's my thing. I like hats. I'm not going bald or anything. I just like wearing hats. Plus, it's one of my favorite hats. Oh shit, Randall! I pushed the button. How do you get rid of this?
Just
hit here. Back.
No, just click on the chat.
Yeah, I was trying to click on the chat to see what we missed.
All you got to do is put your finger over the chat and then use two fingers.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I thought you had to. Okay, got it.
Oh, you can use that, but that's trickier.
Yeah, I was trying to use that.
Just do this. Just go.
So here, let me try.
Just use two fingers at the same time. Two fingers at the same time. You got to hover the arrow over the chat.
Got it.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Randy said that, Mercenary Man said that you roasted me by telling me to shut up. That really wasn't a roast.
Did I roast you or Mercenary? I didn't tell Mercenary.
No, he's saying that you roasted me. That really wasn't a roast. Just, I should have. Fears sometimes Fears does too much of this and I need to do more of this. But you kind of scared me. I walked in. I was like, what the hell are you on about? Someone shitting in a sink. You scared me for a second, Randall. I was like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Well, I was saying how, like, the first two Ghostbusters were classic.
Tilt that forward, Randall.
Okay.
There.
I was saying the first two Ghostbusters were classy comedy. I don't even think there's an SH bomb in that movie.
In the first one, there's some language.
Yeah.
There's less language in the second one, but yeah, there's some language. Yeah, because remember he says at the end of the first movie, let's show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown.
Yeah, but bitch is a word that you can say on TV.
True.
Yeah.
True. So there is curse words in number one. What do you like more? Do you like number one or number two more?
Well, obviously number one.
Okay.
I don't think there's anybody who thinks number two.
Some people actually do like sequels more.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite ghost, Randall, out of number one or number two?
Oh, Slimer, of course.
I like Slimer, but my favorite of all time is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Like my buddy Eric, his favorite is Gozer.
Mm.
And then my other buddy, you know the ghost taxi man that's all like decayed and stuff? You only see him on...
When I saw that guy, I fucking freaked out. I was scared as shit.
You only see the dead taxi guy for 10 seconds, and it's my buddy's favorite ghost out of the entire series.
And, like, how does that guy pay for, like, how does he pay for his family, because his family is already pretty dead. Like, what's he doing with the...
I don't think they thought...
What's he doing with the money?
I don't think they thought that
like, why
far,
does a ghost need money? Yeah,
they didn't think that far. One of my favorite scenes is when Slimer is just like, he's chilling in the hot dog vending machine, and he comes out and he's just got fucking like 90 hot dogs shoved in his mouth. That's classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic.
And, the thing that I loved about The Breakfast Club is that there were tons of scenes that showed all the characters doing the same things, but each character did it in their own little way. You know?
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Like Molly Ringwald was eating sushi, and people are like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Oh, sushi."
And then the wrestling guy, he pulls out tons of stuff.
He's got like 500 bologna sandwiches.
He's got like 5 or 6 bologna sandwiches. He pulled out an apple, a banana, chocolate milk,
and then the geek had a juice box.
Like Twinkies and stuff. I mean, he had so much crap. Yeah, and then the geek had soup, apple juice, and a sandwich, PB&J with the crust cut off.
Yeah.
Soup and PB&J with the crust cut off. Soup, apple juice, and something else.
And the Outcasts had bread, and she put like swizzle sticks on the bread. She took out like some Captain Crunch and smashed the Captain Crunch into and she basically put the two pieces of bread together. God. And just ate it like a sandwich. And I'm like, what does that taste like?
It was basically just sugary dog shit.
Yeah.
That thing had to be so...
But that's what I like.
Sugary.
All the characters are doing exactly the same thing, but each one's got their own little way. Like, they're all having lunch, but each person has their own like little signature way of doing things.
Okay, so
you know, Judd Nelson came by and he's like, "What do you got? Here, I'm going to take what you got."
Yeah, he basically like stole part. I don't know if he stole all of it, but he stole a portion of the nerds.
I think he was making fun of the nerd for the chicken soup. He's like, chicken soup, that's what you're going to eat.
But he steals a portion of the nerd's lunch. Because remember, he grabs the bag and then like gives the.
He's like, "What do we got here?"
Well, he grabs the bag and then he gives the nerd like a Coca-Cola or something. All right, Randall. So we know your favorite scene out of The Breakfast Club. What's your favorite scene out of Return of the Living Dead? I'll let you go first, and then I'll tell you mine.
My favorite scene is really the dog split in half. You know, and they said they wanted to go with the bigger dog. But what I love is when they start beating on the.
That's a good scene.
When they start beating on the dog, you can hear arf, arf, arf.
It's a funny scene. Yeah. He's like, "What are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna kill it!" And then he starts bashing the shit out of it.
And it's so lame and it's so cheesy. Lame. But you can hear the dog go. Arr, arr, arr.
It is so cheesy. It's so lame. He's like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" He's like, "Oh, we're gonna kill it," and he starts beating the shit out of it. With a crutch, that didn't do anything. It's a zombie dog, and you're not going to kill it. Yeah. It's just going to stay alive unless you shoot it in the head.
Yeah.
Well, and then in that version, even if you do shoot it in the head, it doesn't matter because in that version,
because the yellow guy, they put a pickaxe through that guy's entire head. Went in the back of his head, came out of the front of his head.
In that version, the only way to kill him is to burn their entire body to a crisp.
And I think the red-haired chick in the commentary says this is the first fast zombie movie.
Yeah, because they were running around and My favorite scene is towards the end where, what's the black guy's name? Spider. Yeah. It's forgive me, guys. It's been a while since I've seen that film. Spider and Bert are like, look, we got to get out of here. And so they make you haven't seen this scene yet, Randall, but I told you about it. They make a run for the police car. They make a run for it. So they got to fight their way through zombies. So they bash all these zombies out of the way. They get to the police car. They try to rescue the German, the German guy and the prissy girl.
Yeah.
They can't because there's so many zombies in the car. And then Bert's like, we got to split. And then like Spider's like, no, we can't split. And then the prissy girl's like, those jerks, they left us. And then the other guy's like, Bert will send help. Don't worry. Bert will send help. And then like Spider, it cuts right back into the police car and they're driving away. And the Spider guy goes, what are you doing? We can't just leave him. And then Bert's like, they would have turned over the goddamn car. We'll send help. And he's like, and then like Spider's like, you fucking coward. And then like Bert's like, yeah, fuck you. And he's like, well, he's like, I promise. We'll like
John, I just want to let you know. Including the walls being paper thin, the screen door is open.
My bad, dude.
The screen door is open.
So anyway, so he basically says, "You're a goddamn." I know. I need to keep it down. I'm sorry, Randall.
Yeah,
that's my.
I didn't even realize that.
No, I'm sorry.
Just now, too,
I'm sorry.
So.
You know how I am. Whenever I have ADD, so whenever I get excited about something, sometimes I get really excited. Sometimes, so my bad. But basically, he goes, "They would have turned over the goddamn car." And he goes, we'll send help. And then like the Spider guy goes, you fucking coward. Yeah. And then he's like, fuck you. And then he goes, hang on, here we go. And they just plow. I mean, they demolish their way through the cemetery gates. The gates like fly open. They break through the gates. And then like the Spider guy's like, what are we going to do? And he's like, we're going to find a phone. We're going to call the cops. And then like an army of zombies, Randall, an army, at least 100 zombies are running down the street. Yeah. And then he's like, Jesus H. Christ. He backs up and he's like, back to the warehouse. And you see him do this and he turns the wheel, almost hits like 15 zombies. They crash into the wall. And then they have to like run into the...
I saw it. I watched the film twice. And
I didn't know if you got to that part
I watched it entirely through with the cast and crew commentary. And then I watched it afterwards through.
But it's completely different without the commentary. I didn't know you watched that part.
Yeah, and then there's one scene where the guy's just demolishing everything. Yeah, and they said that because it was the last day of filming, so they didn't need the set anymore.
But the last part is great though, because it was that Spider guy's like first movie. And since he thought it was R-rated, he just said, hey, I'm going to curse every waking moment I can. And he must says the F word at least 30 times in the film. Yeah. And so they run into the into the warehouse after the guy totally smashed the car. And he's like, that effing car is totaled, man. And he goes, don't worry. My car's out there, so is Frank's. And then all of a sudden you see a big explosion. And he goes, not anymore, they're not. Yeah. That's my favorite scene. That scene is like, I know it's a long scene.
Well, I like the stop motion part where they had the missile.
That was cool. That's a long scene, though. That whole scene that I just described is about 3 or 4 minutes long.
But the shot of the scene of the city where the nuclear, that looked hokey. That looked really hokey. It looked like trauma level hokey.
Let's see, Randy, once you got some funds, you should look into making a little studio for yourself. Like, get some insulation, mic, lighting. I know, that would be great.
I do have lighting. I will work on the mic.
I don't understand what Mercenary Man's saying. Not everything's about you, Fierce. I never said it was. Like, what are you talking about, Mercenary Man? Did I ever say once that everything's about me? I never once said that. I don't know what the hell you're on about. Me and Randel are talking about a film that we like. I don't get what he's on about. See what I mean, Randel? Even when I try to be nice, I can't get along with these people. Or some people. Like, I was just adding my forte and my own comment.
Well, we thank you for your comment.
But that doesn't make any sense. I never said that everything was about me. I never once said that.
Yeah.
And Mercenary Man is a fan of both of ours, so I don't know why the hell you're saying that.
I don't. We'll overlook it.
I guess, Randel, continue
we're Christians. We forgive everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do.
Let me read my other comment, Fears.
What other comment?
I was talking about Randy's Leslie Jones.
Oh, yeah.
But I never said, but that still doesn't make any sense. I never said it was about me.
I don't really think Leslie Jones is...
I never said it was about me.
All right.
I knew that he was talking about Leslie Jones.
All right.
So his comment doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I never once said that.
Sip on your vodka, Fierce. Have a nice little sippy sip.
Oh, trust me, Randel. I've had a couple of sips.
He's drinking the potato juice right
Actually,
now.
no. This is not vodka anymore. I quit. This is just this is a
straight up dew.
This is no. Actually,
dew in the dew.
Actually, you ran out of Mountain Dew. I had the last one. I'm sorry. So now it's just Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
I cut myself off. I'm not trying to start.
I'm going to cut you off, Fierce.
I'm not trying to start a fight with Mercenary Man, but that doesn't make any sense. I never said in a million years that everything is about me. I never did. I never did.
We thank you very much.
But it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to start.
I think it's time we end this stream.
I'm not trying to start a fight with you, Mercenary Man. Yeah. No, you don't have to cut off the stream, Randel. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Well, I mean, like,
I'm not trying to get into a fight.
Honestly,
with
I don't really have anything more to say about this movie.
I'm not trying to get into a fight with anyone. Yeah. No, I didn't, Mercenary Man. I never took it personally.
All right. Well, let's just move on. Moving on.
I will. I'm just reading. Randel. Trust me. I'm not trying to get into a fight. I'm just reading the comments. Right. He has no idea what he's on about. I never took it personally, but it's whatever. It's untrue. So untrue. Ghost and Mercenary Man has no idea what they're on about, but whatever.
Ghost and Mercenary Man love you. What are you talking about, Fierce? They're your biggest fans.
Well, they say they are, but whatever.
Merc is the Merc with a mouth.
I'm just no, don't say that, Randel, because then they'll say, "Oh, hey, Fierce said."
No, that's Deadpool. Is the Merc with a mouth?
I'm just saying, don't say it because then they're like, "Oh, yeah, Fierce said that I have a mouth on me."
But Ghost,
because they always turn everything against me. So,
yeah. But Ghost.
So whatever.
I actually made a cartoon, and it's called the Ninja Gaiden Ghost House. And all
I'm going to say is one more thing, Randel. Look, you're entitled to your own opinion. I think you're wrong, Mercenary Man. I didn't take anything personal. Ghost, I know you're wrong, so that's all I'm going to say. Let's continue on, Randel. I don't want to ruin the stream. Let's continue on.
So, the Ghost of These Nuts, I made a cartoon called the Ninja Gaiden Ghost House, and as an homage to you, I spelled ghost the exact same way that you spell ghost on yours.
By the way, I did like your ghost.
The Ninja Gaiden Ghost House.
But you're doing a parody of somebody else's, and
it's Film Cow. If you watch Film Cow,
yeah, I subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about Film Cow until you showed me. That guy is a genius.
I know they do so much random
genius.
stuff. He does a lot of random stuff like I do random stuff.
Yeah, but it's not just random. It's random, hilarious stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just random. It's random, hilarious. So
yeah.
I was like, Randall, did I call you and tell you that I think I did. I think the way I remember it is I called you. You told me about it.
Yeah, Charlie the Unicorn.
You told me about it when I was hanging out with you here. And I said, when I get home, I'll subscribe. I called you and said, Randall, I checked out 3 or 4 of these guys' video. This guy's a genius. He's freaking hysterical. I'm subscribing right now.
Right now, I want to say we love you, Film Cow.
Oh,
You're awesome. You were an inspiration to me.
Oh yeah.
The guy's name who does it, his name is Jason Steele.
And I forgot what's his classic line that he always says in it. He always starts it the same way, like that classic line he does.
Oh, for the Ghost House, it's like day 56.
Yeah.
In the Ghost House.
Oh yeah. He always does some random number. So he'll say some random number.
No, it's not a random number. He started at part 1 and then he started.
That's right. I'm sorry. He started from number 1 to number 56. He says the number then in the Ghost House, but in that weird, creepy voice.
Yeah.
And oh God, Randall. I don't know why, but it's hysterical.
He does Twitch streams all the freaking time.
What kind of video games does he play?
He plays one of the reasons why I made it Ninja Gaiden was because he was playing Ninja Gaiden one time. And I was joking with him.
I don't even know what Ninja Gaiden is. I know I'm going to get hell for that, but I don't even know what that is.
Well, a Gaiden is like a side story.
Okay.
And Ninja is like someone who practices ninja.
Well, you know what? I probably wouldn't get hell for it because everybody in the chat knows that I don't play a lot of video games. And I don't pretend to be a gamer. I used to play games as a kid. But I'm too busy. I've got work like 40 hours a week. I'm making the videos. I just don't have any time to play video games.
The reason I got out of video games is because I would dump like $20-$30. And then one day I realized, you know what? I play the game. I beat the game. I get a high score. What do I get for a high score? You don't get anything.
That's funny because a lot of these guys, I'm not saying everybody, a lot of these guys in the chat are not old enough to actually have experienced a
side scrollers.
No, an actual arcade. I'm old enough, Randall old enough, where I had a sack of quarters in my pocket and I went to an actual arcade, bought some pizza and a soda, and stood there for an hour or two at a game console, ate pizza, and put in actual quarters and played video games. Can they say the same?
I would drop $20 to $30 every day.
I guarantee you, not maybe 1 or 2 are old enough to experience that. Most of our fans.
Well, I mean, they got Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, but Dave and Buster's is a little different. I'm talking an actual arcade. Like I remember,
like in a little cart in a box.
No, I remember downtown St. Louis. Fears, 9 or 10 years old. There was one called Joe's Epic Arcade, and Joe's Epic Arcade at the very back, he had like a little concession stand where he sold like popcorn and soda and pizza, and it was like his own little like business and stuff. Yeah. And then he had a couple of picnic tables where you could sit down and eat, or he's like, I don't care, you can play video games and just stand there and eat. So none of these. I'm not saying everybody, but I almost guarantee you not all these people have not even had a chance to go to an actual arcade. But the problem Dave and Buster's is a little different because it doesn't have any vintage video game. It's all like new shit.
Yeah. But the problem with video games for me is like I would literally go to a video game place like weekly, and like every 3 or 4 days I would drop like $20 or $30. And I thought
Randy's not kidding. I would drop like $50 in quarters.
Yeah, it was great.
I would save up my allowance. I remember I got like an allowance. I got like, it may not seem like a lot now, but back in the day, to me as a kid, it was a lot. I got like $10 for cutting the grass. I got like, if I got like, I would get $5 or $6 for every A that I got on my report card. Yeah. I got money for like doing just oddball chores around the house. Like, my mom would give me and my brother a list of chores like, hey, John, wash the dishes. I'll give you $3. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know? I'm trying to stay as quiet as possible, right? I'm sorry.
We got to close that. I'm sorry, John.
No, it's all right.
I don't care if you're hot. I don't want the neighbors yelling at me.
I'm actually not that hot anymore.
Okay, cool.
So I'm trying. I just have a loud voice. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to piss off your neighbors, though. But
yeah.
I remember, like, Randall's not kidding. You would go to an arcade, you would drop in like what on a given day, $30 or $40,
Yeah.
And I would just save up all my allowance money for like a month or two, and I would keep some of it, and then the rest of it I would just waste on video games. And I would buy like pizza and stuff, and I would call my friend on a cord phone, Randall. God, it sucks getting old. And
corded phone, yeah.
I almost said cordless. On a corded phone. Be like, hey, dude, my mom's driving me down to the arcade. You want to come? Sure, Fears, I'll meet you there. Yeah, right on.
Remember those old like dial phones?
I remember the dial phones.
Like the one with the wheel.
Oh yeah.
Like back in the day.
We're getting old, Randall.
Yeah, back in the day, like if you had to dial one, you had to go like that, and then if you wanted to do another thing, you had to dial it like that.
It was so
annoying. Then the wheel would have to tick back, and you couldn't dial the next number until the wheel ticked back.
Randall, do you realize I'm going to be 38 this October?
I'm 41 right now.
38.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all downhill from here. No, I'm just joking. I don't feel 38. I feel like I'm like 26 or 27 because Fears has got so much raw energy. Like I said, I suffer from a lot of things, Randall. I suffer from depression sometimes. It sucks. I do. Yeah. I'm not afraid to tell the fans. I suffer from depression sometimes. I suffer from hyperactive disorder. That's why sometimes Randy kind of has to go like that because I do sometimes get really energetic. I suffer from ADD, and to top it off, I have Crohn's disease. So
I suffer from BTS.
What's BTS? I forgot.
It's like ADD. It's like ADHD, but instead of blaming the student, you blame the teacher. BTS is a boring teacher syndrome. Or boring textbook syndrome. Because I didn't have ADHD. My teachers were fucking boring.
The thing is,
don't blame it on the student. It's not my fault. I can watch The Dark Knight or X-Men First Class all the way through without getting distracted once.
The thing is with school for me, when I needed to get good grades, to get
dropping some knowledge.
Very true.
Yeah.
Whenever I needed to get good grades, to get into like a good college or something, I did the work. Whenever I was interested in a subject, I got A's all the way. If I wasn't like interested in it, I would just skim by.
Yeah.
Like English class, I'm like, oh God, this is so fucking boring. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And I got like a D or a C in it. But gym class, A+. Art class, A+. Drama club and like, doing all the plays and all my
F-.
No, all my film classes, all my drama classes, A across the board. Yeah. Science, I love science class, A+.
You want to know why I'm so good at art, Fierce?
I can't wait.
The reason I'm so good at art is because my fifth grade art teacher looked like Jolie Richardson from Event Horizon. She was super hot. And when she came in the room, I was like, I am exactly. Don't say any vulgar stuff like tits and breasts and stuff. So
no, I'm just saying she's hot.
But she was super hot.
I'm saying the way your teacher looked, that woman was hot.
She was super hot.
Yeah.
And like
I agree.
I tell you, like I paid attention in that class, and I learned so much.
It's always about tits and ass with me.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
I just told you not to say those words.
Well, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
I'm just giving credit.
Last time I mentioned my fifth grade art teacher, you're like, yeah, she had nice tits and boobs and breasts, and that's what Randy likes. Yeah.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, you did that, and you said it exactly like that, dude. And
my bad.
And I just told you not to say it, and you just.
But I didn't say it like that. I'm just saying sometimes.
Then again.
Like, sometimes it's not always about that. Sometimes it's about.
It's not about that. She was a very nice lady.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I'm saying. Whenever I give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
So when a lady's got a nice rack or a nice butt, I say it. But it's not. I mean, I appreciate good personality, but I don't know your fifth grade teacher, so I was. Whenever
Did you ever see Event Horizon?
Whenever I said it the first time, Randall, I was probably just joking around.
Yeah.
I was probably just joking around. But anyway, continue on with your story.
So I was done with the story.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah. So
what kind of grades did you get in high school?
Besides art class, F's across the board. But
you had no interest or what?
In my last 2 years of high school, my mom said, Randy, I'll make you a deal. Here's the deal. I'll give you $5 for an A, $4 for a B, $3 for a C. I'll give you $1 for a D. If you get any F's, you get nothing.
This thing is kind of wobbly, my bad.
Yeah. But when she decided to do that, I got A's across the board. And I made the money.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just curious. Why did you get so many Fs? You just had no interest, or like it was
BTS?
Oh, so the teachers were just so boring.
Oh my god, I was just like,
so a lot of naps.
A lot of naps, and I drew a lot in class.
Randall, look, we all know that Randall's a great artist, so thank God for those art classes, man.
Yeah.
And Randall, I do apologize. I didn't mean to say tits and ass. I'm just saying.
You just said it again.
Well, I'm just saying, Randall.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying it. I'm just saying I'm.
But like, I want my cousins to watch this, and my nieces, and my nephews, and my sisters.
What I'm trying to say is,
yeah.
Well, you've cursed in it. I've cursed in it. What I'm saying is I don't remember saying that about your 5th grade teacher.
Yeah.
If I did,
you did.
which I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I was just joking around.
Yeah.
But normally, if I see a hot woman, when we're just bullshitting, we're just shitting the shit. We're talking the shit. We're just bullshitting around.
Uh-huh.
I always give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
I am a gentleman. Whenever I have a lady, I treat lady. I always treat lady with dignity and respect.
Uh-huh.
I am a guy though, so I appreciate a nice quality set of boobs and butts and stuff like that. But it's not always about that. Like I was saying, like I always say, Randall, you can have the hottest, woman in the world, but if she has no brains or no personality, then she's probably dumber than a box of rocks.
Uh-huh.
So I look for both.
Yeah.
Like my one friend in college, I forgot his name. He was all about just boobs and all that. He was just all about physical stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, why don't you open up your mind, man? Like, what about the personality? And he's like, oh, forget personality fears. He's like, I'll do personality like when I'm 40. He's like, right now that I'm 25, I just want to have fun. So, you want me to read the comments?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
It's way past 30 minutes here, so I think we're going to close it up for tonight. All right, ready? So my name is Randy Brown for Cameo Man 2021. And
there's nothing else you want to talk about?
No. We're my mom wants to go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
She can't sleep with us yakking our asses off here.
I got you.
So yeah, my name is Randy Brown for Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic, and I am here with
John Fears. Don't forget to subscribe to Fears Man 26 and Fears Vlogs. Randy, thank you so much for letting me come on the show.
Thank you.
Can't wait for the next time.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.